Hello, and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm your host, Sol. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I'm Solimer, and in this episode, we're going to kind of do a little community update, talk about some upcoming events, things that are coming for SolForge Fusion, and we'll dive into some other things related to the events, I guess. So this month, 2025, January, it's a new year, new month for everything. So obviously, let's switch screen here. In the client, we now have our Phantom decks you can claim. I have not claimed them on this account, on either my account or my son's account. I'm on my son's account currently, but I'll be doing that soon to see if we get anything good worth potioning or not, or maybe saving potentially for another Phantom event. They just did one over Christmas break, basically, from, I don't remember the date it started, but it went through the new year, and that seemed like a really big success for the community, for the game, for SBE, etc. So that, I missed out on most of it because I was out of town, but I did try to play it the day before I left, I feel like, and I did not have time to do what a lot of other people were doing, which was buying up the Phantom packs. Imagine they're still in the shop. Well, they might have had. They had it. I don't think it's here anymore. They had a pack you could buy for. I don't remember the cost offhand, but you basically got like 4 Phantom decks and a ticket, and so people were buying that up because the value was really good, because you basically got a free ticket for the event, and then you got 4 Phantom decks for. It was still cheaper than buying 4 individual Phantom decks, and so people buy a bunch of them to try to find good decks to pair with other stuff. Obviously, for Phantoms, they take that into the event. They get their 5 wins. That both decks get potioned for free. So there's big cost savings there by not having to use your own potions or buy them. And then, so some people open like 50 of those packs, let's say. There's probably people who open more, but they had a lot of fun. It sounded like a lot of people were having good success with that format. 5 wins or 3 losses. 3 losses, the event ends for you. So seemed like a really good time. Unfortunately, I missed it, and but that's just how it goes. It was the holidays, so stuff happens. So you can open your Phantom decks for this month. They'll be good through the end of the month, of course. Go back to this. So events coming this month. Actually, let me go to the Discord. That'd probably be better. So tonight, starting tonight, there is, in just a couple hours here, so probably by the time you see this, it'll be about 2 hours. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. You'll have to adjust for your own time zone, but the AusForge is having its weekly Friday night limited event, and you can see here on the Discord under SFF upcoming events. That's where you can get event info, and actually on this tab you can see all the stuff I'm going to be talking about. But Iron Bryce, part of AusForge, he typically hosts all these every Friday night. They have a different limited event. Tonight's is Profession Battle. Must have a profession in both your deck halves and your fuse, and then you get bonus points. I'm not going to go into the details of all that, but you can always join the AusForge Discord channel, which will be in the video description, and you can join there, ask all the questions you want, people answer for you. But basically, and how they're doing it now is every quarter they have you earn points, bonus points or points for wins or whatever their scoring system is. At the end of the quarter, every 3 months, the top 10 players get to play in a silver invitational, which will have free prizes for everyone who participates. But you must be in the top 10 for that quarter. So there's that. So the more you participate, the better you do, the more points you'll get. It's all about just participation, essentially. So they host every Friday a limited event, and then they have typically once, maybe twice a month, they'll have a constructed event after one of the limited events, so it's kind of back to back. But these don't typically take too long in these limited events. They typically take at most a couple hours, maybe 2.5 hours tops. And then the constructed events are about the same. So you don't have to join both. You can join just one or the other. And but if you want to do both, you're more than welcome to join. Typically the constructed is, they've lately been having them as a silver event, and then there's also, if they do a second one, it's going to be a bronze event. So there'll be 2 different levels. Bring your competitive stuff, test it out, test decks out, whatever you want. It's basically, meant as potential tune-ups for other events that are happening that SBE will host or whatnot. So so this week's is the Profession Battle. Next week's is going to be Blue Steel. And you can find this info, like I said, on the SBE Discord under SFF Upcoming Events. And you get the Blue Steel, have to use Steel Rosetta, and then you get a bonus point for each fuse that has the word steel in it. On the 17th, the theme is royalty. And then the last Friday of the month is going to be randomizer. Play a random fuse deck. So, like I said, details are here. There'll be an AusForge Discord as well, which will be linked. Everyone is welcome, obviously. The constructed events are not posted yet. I'm actually going to follow up with Bryce and Brandon about that to make sure we get that scheduled, because that's what I look forward to the most. I like constructed events. So we'll get that stuff hashed out and figured out and get that up. So for the let me switch again to the Chrome. So on the website, you can find events by going SolForgeFusion.com. There's an events button, find events. You hit this button, and then I always do just any location. It automatically puts the date in, and then search. It's going to show you events that are posted. So it appears that all the AusForge events are not posted yet, just this week's. And then we have a couple other ones here posted, which we're going to talk about as well. But for the first one here, tonight's has all the info. He's got the events Discord posted here. He's got the AusForge Discord here, so you can find those there as well. Or, like I said, in the video description, I'll have it. So they've got a cap of 20 players, but I think they would open it up to more if more people wanted to play. But right now we've got 10 people signed up. I am signed up on my son's account because I'm using one of his decks. We'll go over that real quick too. So this is for the limited event tonight. And a neat thing that they do is you have individual scores and team scores for the AusForge events. So when you sign up to play, when you join their Discord, actually, really, which I highly recommend, great community, great group of guys and gals. So you get on there and you can pick a team to join. They have 3 teams captained by the top 3 players of the previous quarter. kind of like an honor for them doing so well. They get to pick the team name, so you have some pretty interesting names sometimes, depending on who the leaders are. And then you get, so you're on a team, and when you play, you earn team points and individual points. So you can see some of the names: Hellfire Club, the Suppressing Suppressors, and my team, which we are the Metamorphers. The Metamorphers. I don't even know who's on what team yet, other than what people put. So you can see some Suppressing Suppressors. You got Hellfire Club. Got the Creesh brothers who are signed up. That's going to be interesting. They haven't played in a while that I've noticed, so it'll be good to see them playing. It'll be awesome. And then some regulars and maybe some new players who haven't played yet. But if you're watching this video, go sign up right now. If you're seeing this in time, everyone's welcome to join. Join the AusForge Discord. Get a team assigned to you. You'll get a special chat room with the players that are on that team. You can discuss different things. Bryce has a modified version of the Collection Manager with a special tab to find your profession decks, so you can find 2 pairs to put together. So let me show you my deck that I'm going to play. I want to get this done quick to get the video out. I had some things I was doing earlier, so I couldn't get it out sooner. I was off today, but had some errands to run. So I'm playing my son's Blighted Omni deck, is what it's called, and it's got, of course, a Blighted Circe, hence the name Blighted, in it, and it's got an Omni in the red half. So it's a Bones of Solace deck with a Soul Swap, which is just one of the we'll call them win conditions for the deck if we can get that far there. And then, of course, it's got the Disintegrating Omni. It's got Disintegrate in it, of course, and in this version it has a Betrayer Disintegrate. So it really works well in that synergistic manner. I'm not going to go through every card or anything, but has a River of Souls in it, a Blight Skull Bomb for some removal, some pump, Flame Jet, of course. It can be a very aggressive deck, but it also has some other mechanics to obviously flip the Bones of Solace. So you have a Vile Banshee, sacrifice one of my creatures, or destroy one of them rather, which allows me potentially to proc Bones of Solace if my opponent's avoiding it or I can't get something to be destroyed there. Portal Shade can be destroyed on its own. So I've got some mechanics there. I like both half decks. I don't know how well they work together. I did test yesterday on stream with Bryce. It went okay. I lost the first game, and I think I won the rest of them potentially. But it definitely needs better piloting than what I was doing with it. Like Graveborn Caller, it's a card that I absolutely love. I think it's very well balanced. It's just a good card. Problem I was seeing was I didn't have... It wasn't necessarily the best card for me to play, and every time I drew it. And it, of course, once you get behind, then it's a little bit underwhelming. It's not a good underdrop card. But getting it on Forge, or on level, not necessarily on Forge, but on level is really nice. Being able to get through a couple times, get some free minions that you can toss on to the Bones of Solace. Just some synergistic stuff there, of course. You got Crypt Haunter, creatures you want to destroy. Of course, the red half's very aggressive. So it's a fun deck. It's got professions in it. If I look at the names, does it show it? So yeah, so we have Heralds and Conspirators as professions. So I got conspirators in there because they have healing in there as one of the profession categories. So vague, but counts. So Bryce allowed it, so I was able to use this. This is what I wanted to use. I don't get to play this deck much because it's on my son's account. I had made 4 fuses with it on my account, and then when my son discovered it, before I actually got to play any of the fuses, he wanted it to pair it with his Omni. So I let him have it, and he's had it on his account. But if it fails out of my internal testing, which will be in other episodes that we'll have coming up in the coming weeks and months and such, if it fails out and I end up saying this deck's not competitive enough, this will get archived, and I will be able to pull this deck back to my account to play my versions of the deck. So kind of looking forward to that. This deck has not done well competitively, so it's kind of, you got 2 different ways of playing, and they don't necessarily bleed over. You have an aggressive style half, and you've got a stall kind of style half. They don't really blend very well. But this is a limited event, so this deck, can... We'll see how it does. It's just for fun. I don't do many limited events, but because I had the deck already built, I decided I would join and play. I do intend to play in more limited events, not necessarily every week, but definitely going to do more. I want to help support the AusForge team. They do a lot for this community, and I appreciate everything they do and all the effort they put into everything. They truly are, wonderful people, and they are super appreciated. It doesn't get said enough. So thanks to them for all they do. Hopefully, if you're watching this video and you see them, be sure to give them thanks. I know they will appreciate it. But let's look at, see if we can pull it up. Not, we'll have to search again, which is fine. We'll go look at the other events coming up. Tomorrow, although it's full, so if you're seeing this, it's too late. We have a Saturday sealed showdown. So if I go to the Discord now, go back here. You can see Gawgeous said on 12/28 there's 1 spot remaining. So this is going to be... So this event is free for the first month. So you're going to join. This is a sealed event. You join, you sign up, you show up. You're going to get a free booster. I don't know what sets they're going to be giving out. There'll probably be codes they're going to give out. You'll redeem them, and you're going to do the sealed matches. So I don't know how many rounds it's going to be. 32 people, might be 5 rounds. I'm not sure how they're planning it exactly yet. I don't know if it says on the event page. We'll go into here. So I'm not sure. He doesn't say how many rounds it's going to be. We'll find out tomorrow. But he's going to be, this is going to be every Saturday, at least the first month. He's going to see how much interest there is in this. The first month, every event he has is going to be free to the players. So you get 4 free decks that you get to keep. And then there's going to be a scoreboard / leaderboard, and every quarter top 8 players are going to get to join a special quarterly sealed qualifier. Don't have any details about that, but obviously the first month is free, so I highly recommend signing up early, putting your name in. If you need to cancel later, you can always do that. Tomorrow I'd be checking this event, refreshing the page to see if anyone dropped. If someone drops, you can sign up and get in. I don't know if you can sign up even though it's full and be on like a waiting list. I have no idea how the third-party portion works on that. You could try that, though. If you're unsure, you could message Gawgeous on Discord, and potentially he'll be able to help figure that out. He might know for sure how that works or not. I don't know. So there's lots of people here. I don't know how many. No one's dropped yet. Sometimes, though, things happen. People can't show up. So I would be, if you're really interested in it and want to play, I would be hanging around join the events Discord, which will be in my video description. That way you can be in the chat, and if someone does drop, like, hey, someone's not here, you can be like, hey, I can join in, and you can fill that spot. So, yeah, so this is just a sealed event. It's going to be kind of a, like I said, there's going to be a leaderboard. You can get points, however they're going to do the points based on how you finish. And then after the first month, like I said, the first month is free. It's going to be quarterly, so 3 months. And then the next months, there might be a cost to participate. Don't know what that cost is going to be yet. A booster for the sets digital costs $20. I think it's the same for every set. It's $20, set 1, 2, or 3. I don't know if that's what they're going to charge, or if they're going to do a reduced price for this, or if they're going to do where how they did it previously in previous months, where you back in June, July, maybe even August, we had some. You get the decks free. However, you only get to keep them if you get, 2 or 3 wins, how many rounds it all goes. Then you get to keep them, or you could purchase them for $10, or I don't recall. The events also might have cost $5 initially, so I don't know. There's going to be some sort of cost associated with it, potentially. We'll see how that goes. Some more details to come on that. I think they're going to see how the interest is. It seems like it's high, at least for this first one. The next ones have not been posted, so we will be looking to those soon. Just to show you, so I've done, you can see I've got 32 sealed decks that I had in my account. I tag all my decks for digital stuff to know what they were, where they're from. There's one set 2 grouping, the rest are set 3. If they don't have expires, it means I won them or I purchased them. And only one of them I did not. The ones that expired 8/1 might have been the last week of July there. I didn't purchase them. I decided not to. I'd purchased everything up to that point, and I just decided not to purchase those ones. But they still show on my account because they haven't removed them. I can't use them, but they're on the list still. People familiar with that issue, but all the other ones I've purchased. The only other ones I did not really purchase, but I've got to keep, is the ones that say digital no, but they're actually from a sealed event. They had an issue that removed some decks from accounts, and to replace them, they had to do some backdoor stuff, I guess, on their end, and they end up giving them a claim code, and they're treated like a physical deck, but they're actually digital. So I have 4 of those decks because they disappeared from my account. And other people have had decks go missing. I don't know if that's how they've resolved them for them or not, but that's how they did it for me for those 4 decks. And they were used before the client was a thing. So they don't have any data showing that they were used in any events or something like that, I guess. Yeah, so you can see I've done plenty of sealed events. I rarely ever do well in these things. I'm not a very good sealed player, or maybe I just don't get the lucky jank. I don't know. It's just how it is. I have fun, though. I like interacting with the community, trying to find fuses in a short window. Yeah, I'm not the best sealed player. That's all there is to it. I wish I was better. I should be better because I know what cards are good. I should know what combos go well. But when you have a short window, sometimes you just don't think straight. I know there was a recent event I played. I'm trying to think what it was. But I had options, and one of the options was so my preferred play style seems to be like a Necrim Tempest control kind of style / aggressive. Excuse me. So that's the style that I seem to enjoy most in this game. It is what it is. But I went with a different build and did not end up playing that style. And the style I went probably was still decent, but I did not do well with it. And I think I would have done better had I just played the play style that I enjoy. And I'm probably just better with playing, whether it's familiarity or just, I don't know. But so there's been discussion about that on the Discord. Sometimes it's better just to play a play style that you enjoy versus trying to play something that could potentially be better, but you're not as well versed playing. I don't remember the specifics, but it's just something that I always remembered from that. It was recent too. It was last month sometime. So, but nonetheless, I'll be adding more sealed decks to my collection when I play tomorrow. Like I said, if you're looking to participate, you'll need to hang around and register potentially. I don't know if it'll let you or not, but try to register and then also hang around. So if anyone drops or does not show up, there will be openings. You'll be able to pop in and grab that spot. Like I said, it's 4 free decks. It's a booster of whatever set is end up being chosen. I don't know if it's been announced. But, so there's that. And then we're going to search again to pull up the last event that we're going to talk about, which is the SolForge Fusion Digital League January 2025 Best of 3. And this one is hosted by Namrog. He normally does a monthly league. He was doing 2 for a while, and he's going to he took a couple months off at the end of the year there, I think. But he's doing one in January. And so what it is, it's basically every week you get paired with somebody and you have a week to find a time to play that match. It's a best of 3 with your opponent. You do your 3 matches, submit the results, and then the following week, you get paired with somebody else and you play that same deck against them, best of 3. And you go through the 4 weeks, and then at the end of the month, you also have your winners, and I think there's prizes now for these, maybe. But it's basically you got 4 weeks of playing in that group of players. It's a bronze event. It's a great chance to test some decks if you want, if you enjoy the weekly format. Let me see. Let's go to here. Pull this open. See if he mentions... Okay. All right. I don't know if he mentions any prizes or not. He has in the past been given stuff to give out, whether it's a deck code or something to the winner. Not sure if there is or not. You can see they already have 7 people signed up. So it's got room for as many as people want to join. So if you enjoy that format, want to play some more matches or have more matches to do, there is that. This format is similar to the Winter Solstice Random Deck League, except that's not random decks. It is... you pick what constructed decks you want to use, what deck you want to use. It's a single deck. And I guess besides that, I will talk about this. The Winter Solstice League is wrapping up. This is the last week. I don't know if we have... So it looks like... I know I have to do my match tomorrow. Peter and Austin have not played, and Justin Gary and Michael Van Beesbrook have not played yet. Those 2 of those players will be undefeated. think they're the only ones. Yeah. So everyone else will have had a loss. 2 of those players will be undefeated in it. So good luck to those players. So this is wrapping up. This was fun. I felt with a larger collection, it's been hard. Definitely harder getting good decks or good pairings. I've definitely had some clunkers. I think I finally won a match. Did I win one? Yeah, I won my last round. But we'll see how this time goes. But this is definitely fun for the holidays. Got to play against some SBE employees potentially. I did not, but got to play against other community members for myself, so that's always fun. Yeah, it was a good time. Good event for the holidays. I definitely enjoyed it. I don't typically enjoy the weekly format with the schedule a time and play your matches type of thing, but because it was the holidays and it was just kind of a lazy event type of thing, it's just whatever. No, doesn't matter if you win or lose type of thing, because it's just random decks. So that was a lot more enjoyable for me. But I'm not a fan of the weekly format myself. It just seems like, obviously, it's much more flexible, being able to choose your time when you're going to play your opponent. But at the same time, there's a level of, I feel like there's added pressure to make sure you get that match in, versus just being able to hop on and play, or it's at a scheduled time when you know you're going to play. For some reason, I like the scheduled times better, and playing matches against multiple people over a course of a couple hours. But I get it, not everyone can carve out a couple hours at a time, and also the time zone differences is also an issue. So it is what it is, I guess. So this will be wrapping up, and then everyone will be getting prizes probably next week for whatever they win. You get a deck code per win that you have. So it's been fun, and yeah, I think I touched on everything. So that's all the events. SBE does have some events coming, some things starting this month. I will wait for them to make an announcement on any updates for that. They haven't posted them up yet, when they're going to be. I know they have something. They're going to have something for each month, and then they're going to have a silver event that results from that in April, I think. So when they have that info, we'll make another video and post it up. I might. Right now, these videos are falling under my Railing the Forge banner, but I may change it up to more of something additional, different for updates if I start doing them more frequently. Depending on if we get more events going, then maybe I'll have a monthly update, and I'll just this will bleed over into something else instead of my Railing the Forge. But for now, I'm going to keep it under that banner. Everything but my Worlds videos have been under that banner, so that's what we're going to go with for now. I appreciate you watching, and as I said, if there's room still to sign up for AusForge, if you're seeing this before the event, it's in less than 2 hours now. The monthly league has plenty of room to sign up before Monday, and then the sealed event this Saturday is full, but people may not show up, or people may drop before then. Keep an eye on it. Show up tomorrow anyway if you really want to be part of it. If someone doesn't show up, you'll be there to fill that spot potentially. And almost always someone doesn't show up. I'd be shocked if all 32 people were there waiting. Normally, it could happen, but I don't know that it's ever happened that way with that many people. Normally somebody drops last minute. The other thing to watch out for is next week, probably maybe even tomorrow, before or after the event, search for the next week's event. Don't know when it's going to be posted, but check the Discord. They'll post it there. They'll post it on the website here. So you just have to search for it, find it before others do, get signed up. AusForge's events for the Fridays. We'll probably post it early in the week of the week. Excuse me. So keep an eye on those. Check the Discord and the website maybe once a day when you're at your computer or on your phone, and just be ready to sign up for whatever you want to participate in. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend doing something in the events world, whether it's the limited, constructed, the monthly league, sealed events. Find something you enjoy with the game and participate. It's a great time. No matter what event you're participating in, the community is wonderful. So highly recommend it. But this has been my community update. So we will have another one when SBE releases details for their events. And we'll probably do another episode just on those, whatever they release and tell us about. But I appreciate your time, appreciate you watching, appreciate your support. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment. I do appreciate everything the viewers, you guys do. So hopefully this was useful to you. I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy. See you later. This has been an episode of Rallying the Forge. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.